Good morning, survivors. How are you? Hope you are doing well. Happy Wednesday. Just gonna give it a few seconds. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. I don't normally do a live from here, but I felt like I needed to today because I wanted to share something. Salia B. Hagan, survivor, author, mental health counselor, and advocate. If you don't follow me on my business page, Salia B. Hagan, please do that. A lot of content that you see on this Instagram page is also on Salia B. Hagan. I do a lot more lives and videos on Salia B. Hagan. So, but one of the things that I noticed about this Instagram page was initially set up for solely for survivors, right? As you know, if you follow me here, that I am a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. And I support all forms of survivors, sexual abuse, childhood sexual abuse, domestic violence. So a lot of the content that you see on this page is geared towards that. And I do have a lot of followers and a lot of people that I follow on this page that do the same. So I wanted to share some, a little bit of information with you today, and also let you know what's going on with Salia B. Hagan and Sanctuary for Survivors. So I was doing a podcast interview on Monday, and I will share more about that later when it comes out. And as I was having the conversation and I was, reflecting back on certain aspects of my abuse, and we were talking about like life after abuse. What do you do to move forward and to, start your journey of healing? So as I was reflecting on that, I noticed that I remembered something that I hadn't remembered before from my abuse. And if you are a survivor and you have endured any form of trauma, you will know that the body is a wonderful thing. The body protects us from stuff that is too much for us to handle. And when we are more able to handle what we've gone through, it kind of allows us to remember, right, certain things. And knowing that I just recalled this event from my abuse that I had not recalled before, I was just like, okay, so maybe it's, it was time for me to, really think about that. And I didn't think that I could not handle it, but that's what the body does, right? It protects us. And sometimes things are too overwhelming and too much to process that we tend to block it out. And then when we're more healthy and when we're more able to handle it, we are able to remember certain things. So that may be in your case when it comes to your own abuse and with your own trauma. I used to wonder why that I couldn't remember certain aspects and certain parts of my abuse. But that is why, because sometimes it's so traumatic and so overwhelming and so much to process that your body just blocks it out. And then when you're more able to handle it and process it, it allows you to remember. And so that happened with me on Monday as I was having this conversation during this podcast interview. And I thought it was kind of strange because it wasn't like a really traumatic part of my abuse. It's just something that I just did not remember. right? And so I'm going to share it with you. I was just to give you a little bit of my background of abuse. I was abused on 2 occasions. I was abused at the age of 12 and the age of 14. And this particular recollection came from when I was 14 and my abuser at the time. And I remember being so fearful at the age because it was going on, and I was like, I need to say something. And I kept trying to get the courage to do that. What I do remember is that I was not able to actually verbalize it to my parents what had happened, but I wrote it down. So that's not something I forgot. I remember that. But what I did remember was I went that whole day, even as I was going to school and coming back home, I said, today is going to be the day. Today is going to be the day that I tell someone that in this case, it was my parents, right? I was like, today is going to be the day. And I remember going throughout my whole entire day saying, today is going to be the day that I tell. So the reason why I'm sharing that is because some of us who are here on this page, or we work with people who also experience abuse, right? Some of us are still holding on to our trauma. Some of us have not verbalized, have not written down, have not shared in any way, shape, or form of the horrific experience that we have gone through. I am not trying to tell you when, right? That is not my job. My job is not to tell you when to speak up and tell somebody. What I will say to you, it is freeing. It is, it's more of letting go of a weight that you have carried for so long. It is hard. The process is hard. Getting help to overcome what you have gone through is hard. And it's not an overnight fix. It's not something that will go away in a week or a month. It is a lifelong experience of healing. Healing is not impossible, but there's tools and there's things that we need to put in place so that we can start our healing. So I wanted to encourage you today that let today be your day, right? And that's what, when I finished the podcast interview that I did on Monday, that was what was left in my spirit to share, right? Let today be your day. And even at 14 years old, I walked around school, I went to class all day, and I was like, today is going to be my day. Today is going to be my day of liberation. Today is going to be my day that I speak my truth. So I'm going to encourage you, if you have not already done so, or even if you need to do it again, let today be your day of liberty. Let today be your day of speaking your truth. And when it comes to speaking our truth and sharing it, understand that we can't share it with just anybody. It has to be someone that we are, that is trustworthy, right? That it's okay for us to be vulnerable with. It's okay for us to share our thoughts with, who will not betray our trust, right? Who will believe us and who will be able to encourage us. So I just wanted to share that with you just morning. Let today be your day. Let today be your day that you speak your truth. Some of us have been carrying it for so long, and it's time for us to release it, because that's what it is. It's hard work, but it is a release. So I just wanted to share that with you just morning. Again, Saya B. Hagan, survivor, author, mental health counselor, and advocate. If you don't already follow me on my business page, Saya B. Hagan, please do so there. I do a lot more lives and videos, but I try to share similar material on this page as well. but very rarely do I do a live. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. I hope you have an awesome Wednesday, and I will be checking in with you later.